Hello guys. Okay, right on the chat, real quick. We made a speculation yesterday. We painted a picture yesterday for the guys that missed out on our content that we post every day on our social media handle, both on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. We posted yesterday about the DXY analysis and the directional bias we had from yesterday. And if you guys remember, most of the drawings you see here is from yesterday's drawing. We pointed out this opening day gap at the top. That was on Wednesday last week. We also pointed out that there was an opening week gap which was used basically for yesterday, and this is the opening week gap here. I know my chart is a little bit dirty because I left some of the drawings from yesterday, so that for the guys that have been following us up would pretty much don't get it confused. So we have a gap here, all right, and we pointed out that we are bullish for yesterday, and our bullish bias came from last week Friday actually, and that didn't actualize on Friday. Also on yesterday it didn't totally actualize, but the steps that we envisioned actually played out. I remember I told you guys that before we trade back up into that gap, because there is momentum or a magnet or force of attraction that is lying here. I've been saying it since last week Friday that price wants to get into this gap, and you can see from the price actions here, you can see there has been attempts of price trying to get to that point. All right, let me delete some of these drawings because my chart is looking very dirty and it's very hard for me to look at right now. I'll just delete everything and we will draw it again. Okay, so the thing here is, this is the liquidity grabber. I call it the liquidity grabber, and the reason why I call it the liquidity grabber is because that is where in my opinion, I think the momentum is driving towards. Price really wants to fill up that gap. On the other hand, we also pointed out that there was an opening day gap which is around here, and I told you guys that price would want to use that opening day gap as some sort of a propel to push us up into this guy. And I remember, which is part of the drawing that I just deleted, I remember I told you guys for that to happen, remember at the time we had that analysis yesterday, price was still around here, and I remember I said something that we need price to do two things: price to trade down into this gap, opening week gap, then price will now start reversing back up. We also said that there could be a chance where, but the possibility of that is a little bit far-fetched, that price might want to actually not only trade into the opening week gap, but might want to trade below it, then reverse immediately. Those are the two options I made mention of. And as you can see, just by looking at the price action right in front of you, you would obviously see that exactly was what happened. First of all, price traded down, you can see it there. Okay, then we're going back up. All right, this should be from here because this is it here. All right, this was on Monday. If you pay attention to the bottom of the screen, you will see it's Monday 11. All right, so at the time we made this video was here in the morning, and we pointed out that we'll see that sell-off which came in, and after the sell-off, just after they took out that opening week gap, you see it just immediately after taking it out, price trading below it, it quickly reversed back up, and you can see now price is actually heading back to that Wednesday opening day gap. All right, just wanted to give you guys an update from yesterday, and also what's our bias for today. Well, for today it is still the same. All right, since our expectation is still in picture, right? So what we envision is, since we've already started trading around this middle point, which is the middle point between our direction where we want price to go to and where price is coming from. Okay, so the point here is I still envision that price will find its way back here. So whatever price will be doing this morning, I will try to see how I can ride the train all the way up to that point there real quick. Well, that's it for me, for you guys on DXY, and for the fact that we are bullish on DXY, or at least we intend to be bullish this morning. The directional bias might change after they take the liquidity we are looking for, because after the liquidity is grabbed, the next thing is price will now start to look for another liquidity to go and grab. So our work here basically is to find out what liquidity price wants to grab, what direction price wants to go, then we align ourselves towards that direction with the understanding of having an existing strategy already that we have already cultivated and we've back tested, and we've gathered enough data around it to really want to use that to execute our trades. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that apart from having a directional bias, you also need to have a strategy that you use in executing your trades. All right, so this is my opinion on DXY, and of course I will always say it, the reason why I spend more time on DXY is because if I have an understanding of what DXY is doing, I pretty much have an understanding of what other major market pairs will be doing, and that's why I spend more time on DXY, because if I understand it, I can trade Euro USD, I can trade British Pound USD, I can trade Aussie Dollar USD, I can trade gold, I can trade UX 500 just by understanding what the dollar index is doing. All right, with that, guys, this is it for today, and I'll make another video. Hope you guys sit back, relax, make sure you like the video, share with your friends, and follow, subscribe for more. For now, bye bye and stay safe. Peace. Happy trading, guys. Bye all.